You know what one of the funniest things about The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim is? Because the online joke is always that J.R.R. Tolkien will spend like 5 pages talking about trees, but then this epic war is like just in the appendix of one of his books, and it's just we kind of get the Cliff Notes version in the books, and now it's been expounded upon into a feature-length movie. Hello! If you're joining us, my name is Mike Bedard, aka Cinema Singularity, and this is my first ever movie review on YouTube. I was over on TikTok, posted a bunch of movie reviews, other fun facts over there, and I am now migrating over to YouTube for what are obvious reasons. So if you like this video, or if you like me over on TikTok, make sure to subscribe here. Give me a like, because I'll be posting a lot more stuff here to come. The new Lord of the Rings film follows the family of Helm Hammerhand, voiced by Brian Cox, and after he kills Wolf's father, Wolf vows revenge and goes to war with the Hammerhand clan. And that's basically what you're told in the books, and the movie adds a lot more details, specifically making his daughter Hera the main character. She's like briefly mentioned in the book. Like they talk about the whole thing about how Wolf wants to marry Hera, and that's basically the extent of her role in the appendix. And now we see that, oh, like she played this much larger role within the war. And I do think this movie is worth checking out, even if you're not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, because there's not a ton of lore to drag down the plot. You kind of know what's going on. When I saw this in theaters, there were 9 people there, including myself, and I really think this movie deserves more of a shot. Now, to be fair, I don't think the movie's perfect. No movie is. The animation can be a little uneven. There are some scenes that look amazing, and then other scenes where you're like, that could have been polished up a little bit. That unevenness can also apply to the characters a little bit. I do think Hera is pretty well fleshed out. Helm Hammerhand is a lot of fun. Brian Cox is just having a blast voicing him, you can tell. But some of the other characters do feel like they're relying a bit too much on tropes and archetypes a little too much. Ultimately, this thing doesn't seem like it's going to be a major box office hit, and I do think that's a shame, because I'll always champion a 2D animated film getting a theatrical release. Maybe people are just burnt out on The Lord of the Rings. Maybe the Hobbit trilogy left a bad taste in people's mouth that is still there. Or maybe The Lord of the Rings is just having a Jurassic Park problem, where the original is such an iconic film, or trilogy of films in this case, and so anything else that comes out just can't compare to it. It'll always be compared to this, even though I do think The War of Rohirrim should stand on its own. Ultimately, I would recommend this, and I would give it a 7 out of 10. So, thanks for watching. This was my first YouTube film review after being on TikTok for a while, still getting the hang of things. Things will get better. I'm gonna get better at this, I promise. But if you want to be along for the journey, make sure to subscribe. I'm going on my own YouTube journey here, much like Hera's journey, although it's not as much of life and death. I'm just kind of hoping to get some subscribers, maybe make some money. We'll see what happens.